Imagine a fighter jet that can move like a ghost, slipping through air defenses and flying in ways that defy conventional logic. That's the X-44 Manta, a nuclear anti-gravitational aircraft that could change everything we know about warfare. And it's sending shockwaves through military powers worldwide. The X-44 isn't just another high-speed jet. It's a technological leap. Traditional aircraft rely on wings, rudders, and tail fins to maneuver, but the X-44 ditches all of that. Instead, it controls its movement by redirecting engine thrust, allowing it to turn, climb, and dive in ways that conventional planes simply can't. This isn't just a minor upgrade, it's a game changer. To understand just how revolutionary the X-44 is, imagine traditional aircraft as swimmers confined to the surface of the ocean, moving in predictable patterns. Now picture the X-44 as a submarine, diving beneath the surface and moving through the water in ways that seem impossible to those on the surface. That's what this anti-gravitational propulsion allows it to do: fly through spaces that normal jets can't touch. And it's not just the flight capabilities that have other countries worried. The X-44's stealth technology is like nothing seen before. It's not just about radar-absorbing materials. It's about the shape, the structure, and the way it moves. It can appear as a small steel marble on enemy radar, making it almost invisible. This kind of stealth is what keeps military leaders in Russia and China up at night, knowing that their current defense systems are practically powerless against it. But how did we get here? The story of the X-44 begins in the late 1990s, during a time when NASA and the US Air Force were pushing the boundaries of aerospace technology. Engineers took the F-22 Raptor, one of the most advanced fighter jets at the time, and stretched its wing into a triangular shape, removing all tail surfaces. The result? A craft that could change direction not by using flaps or rudders, but by redirecting its engine thrust. Think of it as steering a boat using only the engine instead of a rudder. Despite the groundbreaking design, the project faced major setbacks. By 2000, funding had dried up, and the program seemed doomed. But the ideas behind the X-44 didn't disappear. They were quietly absorbed into other projects, laying the groundwork for the next generation of military aircraft. Now, years later, the X-44 is more than just a blueprint. Recent Pentagon leaks and actual sightings have confirmed its existence. The aircraft has been spotted carrying hypersonic missiles capable of traveling at 2,150 mph, striking targets with pinpoint accuracy. It's said that even without weapons, the Manta is nearly impossible to catch, moving like lightning and hitting like a sledgehammer. But there's more. The X-44 isn't just about speed or stealth, it's also about control. Traditional jets use flaps and ailerons to maneuver. The Manta uses thrust vectoring, adjusting the direction of its engine output to move. This allows it to make sharp, quick turns that would tear other aircraft apart. And because it doesn't rely on conventional control surfaces, it's harder to predict and even harder to counter. And this is just the beginning. The Manta's radar dodging capabilities aren't just about its shape, they're about its signal control. It can carefully direct its communications and radar emissions, making it almost invisible unless it chooses to be seen. This gives it the advantage of appearing as a tiny blip or disappearing entirely, depending on the mission. As more information about the X-44 leaks out, the world is starting to realize just how big of a threat it could be. Military experts warn that the Manta's capabilities could spark a new arms race, pushing other nations to develop their own anti-gravitational or stealth technologies. And with its ability to stay hidden and strike without warning, the X-44 could force countries to rethink their entire defense strategies. But is the X-44 really the future of warfare, or just another military experiment that will never see full deployment? That's the question on everyone's mind as more and more reports emerge. One thing's for sure, whether it's flying now or still in development, the Manta is a wake-up call to the world's military powers. The X-44's anti-gravitational propulsion isn't just a technological marvel, it's a strategic nightmare for enemies. Imagine trying to predict the movement of a jet that can pivot and accelerate in ways that defy aerodynamics. With thrust vectoring, The Manta can execute rapid direction changes that traditional jets can't match, making it nearly impossible to track. What's more, the X-44's stealth capabilities extend far beyond its radar profile. It uses electromagnetic, absorption and angular design to scatter radar waves in unpredictable patterns. This means that even if an enemy radar manages to detect it, the signal returns are so fragmented that pinpointing its exact location becomes a guessing game. For years, rumors circulated about secret military projects involving anti-gravitational technology. But now, with the X-44 confirmed, those rumors seem to have been more fact than fiction. Insiders claim that the Manta's propulsion system was developed using classified research from decades ago, technology that was once dismissed as science fiction, but is now a terrifying reality. And the implications of this technology go beyond the battlefield. Imagine the strategic advantage of being able to deploy a fleet of X-44s undetected, striking critical targets without warning. This kind of capability could shift the balance of power in ways that no missile defense system can counter. But with all its advanced technology, the X-44 isn't without its risks. The anti-gravitational propulsion system is still experimental, and any malfunction could spell disaster for the pilot. The incredible speeds and rapid maneuvers place extreme stress on both the aircraft and the human body, raising questions about long-term pilot safety. Moreover, the cost of producing and maintaining such advanced aircraft is astronomical. The Manta requires specialized facilities, highly trained technicians, and constant software updates to keep its systems operational. This raises the question, will the US military be able to sustain a fleet of X-44s, or will it remain a limited, elite strike force? There's also the issue of escalation. If other countries develop their own versions of the X-44, it could trigger a new arms race, one focused on stealth, speed, and electromagnetic warfare. The stakes are high, and the consequences of falling behind could be catastrophic for any nation not prepared to counter this new breed of aerial combat. But what about civilian applications? Could the X-44's technology one day be adapted for commercial use? Imagine passenger jets that could travel at hypersonic speeds, cutting travel time by hours or even days. While the technology is currently classified and reserved for military, use the possibilities are tantalizing. Another critical aspect is the psychological impact on enemy forces. Knowing that a nearly invisible aircraft could strike at any moment could have a profound effect on morale, sowing fear and uncertainty on the battlefield. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about cutting-edge military technology, click the video on your screen right now. Stay tuned for more stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat.